Hi, I am Marc van Iersel, Professor of Horticulture at the University of Georgia and Director of Project LAMP. And in this video, I would like to give you a quick introduction regarding the lighting cost calculators that we have developed for greenhouses. The cost of supplemental lighting in greenhouses can be high, but it can also be difficult to estimate. There are various expenses that you need to think about when considering a new or replacing supplemental lighting system. And those expenses include the capital expenses of buying a new lighting system, the installation costs, the operating costs associated with the amount of electricity that your lighting system is going to use, and finally the maintenance cost. Capital expenses and installation costs are typically easy to estimate because you can get quotes from your suppliers. However, the operating cost especially can be very difficult to estimate because it depends on a number of different factors. And so our calculators focus specifically on estimating the operating or electricity cost that is associated with supplemental lighting in greenhouses. So the reason that the operating cost can be so difficult to estimate for supplemental lighting is because they depend on where you are, they depend on what kind of greenhouse you have, the crop that you grow and how much light it needs, and of course the electricity price. So in our calculator, we ask you for some basic information regarding these different factors, and then based on your location and other information that you submit, we provide you with estimates of how much the weekly and annual costs are for providing supplemental light in your greenhouse. And so that location, greenhouse, and crop specific information is entered by you as a user, and we subsequently provide you with the cost estimates. You can access all of our lighting cost calculators through our website, where we have links to different calculators that are freely available for your use. And this is the website where you can access these different calculators. At hotlamp.org, under our outreach page, you will find a determine lighting link, and then you find various calculators that can help you estimate the cost of lighting in your greenhouse. And those are listed under the LAMP lighting cost calculators. We have developed three different calculators. The first one allows you to calculate how much it would cost to reach your target daily light integral, or the total amount of light that your crop gets every single day, for every single day of the year. And this calculator is based on the assumption that you install a large enough lighting system to actually reach that target daily light integral even on the darkest day of the year. And that is a somewhat unrealistic scenario, because normally you would not design your lighting system to be able to provide enough light to reach your target daily light integral on even the very darkest day of the year. And so to make the calculator hopefully more applicable to your situation, we developed two other calculators that are based on this first calculator. Our second calculator allows you to enter basically how many days of the year, or what percentage of days of the year, you want to be able to reach your target daily light integral. And once you enter that information, this calculator then calculates how large of a lighting system you need to install in your greenhouse to be able to achieve that target daily light integral a certain number of days of the year. And of course, we also then calculate the associated electricity cost that you have with that particular lighting configuration. The third calculator is somewhat similar, but takes an opposite approach from the second calculator. With the third calculator, you enter the specifications of your lighting system, and we then determine for you how many days of the year you are likely to reach your target daily light integral and how much it costs to do so. So all three calculators estimate the electricity cost or basically the cost that is directly associated with the amount of power that your lighting system consumes. The second and third calculator also calculate the demand charge that is associated with your lighting cost calculators, with your lighting system. And that demand charge is really important because that can be just as much as the cost of your actual electricity. But demand charge is often overlooked because it is not always very obvious how this is actually calculated. And there is a separate video where we explain this concept in more detail. But the bottom line is that as a commercial customer, your utility company charges you an extra fee, and this fee can be high, that is based on the peak power use during a 15-minute period during any billing cycle. So they basically look at the period of time that you use the most power, and based on that power use, you have a demand charge, or it may be called something different, but it is an important part of your electricity bill. We have also more detailed videos that explain the 3 different calculators, as well as a video that explains how the daily light integral can be calculated. Of this video, I would like to thank the USDA National Institute of Food and Agriculture for funding this work through the Specialty Crop Research Initiative, because without their financial help, this would not have been possible. I would also like to thank my cat behind me for his moral support. Thank you.